Yo, what it do? What it do? It's Terry Blue, and I'm back with another motherfucking video. You feel me? Now, shit, today, man, we got a video of Shawty Red going crazy on Jeezy, man. He telling this side of the story, he telling where the business went wrong, man. Y'all check it out. Tell us what you think, man. Who in the wrong here, man? Is Jeezy, you know what I'm saying, in the wrong for taking Shawty Red off his new album and not crediting him, or is Shawty Red tripping? You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. And shit, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video. Let's go.
But I signed D-Rich for 1 year, and I did a 50-50 split with D-Rich. So when people said, oh, I see why D-Rich, no. I signed D-Rich for 1 year, and I placed D-Rich on everything that I could place. We did the same shit that I did with Jeezy because he was hot. So we took all that shit, and I said, boom, boom. It was some people wasn't agreeing with that shit. It was some people we had to sneak that shit in, but I got D-Rich in the building, and that was my main focus. So I have nothing to say bad about D-Rich. You know what I'm saying? And he part of the legacy. He part of my, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have nothing bad to say about it. You feel me? He doing what he supposed to do. Because I didn't sign him to no long-ass deal and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know when you got people in your ear trying to divide and conquer, that's where the miscommunication come from. So if you want to talk about miscommunication, ain't no miscommunication when niggas is talking to Jeezy right in his fucking face. Me and Jeezy don't have a miscommunication. Because I done said everything I need to say in his face. Period. Period. That's why I added that nigga. Stop talking about me like we cool, nigga. You feel me? We ain't cool. We ain't cool. Period. We is not cool. Don't even mention I would have rather that nigga said drama boy and really gave me something to be mad about. That's what I would have liked him to say. You feel me? That's how I really felt. You feel me? Cause what's the sense? Why you want to act like we cool on one interview, then take me off a song? And you want to keep this misconception like something wrong with Shawty Red, when Shawty Red really the business nigga. I'm really the nigga that gave him to play about business. You feel me? So y'all motherfuckers choose y'all motherfucking side. That's on y'all. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I wanted to be, that nigga gave me enough fuel in that interview today where I could let it be known I'm not fucking with that nigga. Period. You would never hear Shawty Red and Jeezy. Period. Unless it's some old shit. Some old leak shit that he probably gonna leak out again. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you already started some shit. You just took my name off a song, nigga. There ain't nothing to talk about. Why? Why do an interview? Why do an interview then take me off the song? Took my talking off. Changed the hook. Why? And then perpetrate like we cool. All because I want my money? It's crazy. Motherfucker told me Shawty Red can't charge his regular price. When that 2020 Pirate video came out, I always charge Jeezy $15,000. Everybody else, my price went up. I always charge them $15,000 because when me and Jeezy, when the deal started happening shit, the deal was, shit, Shawty, this music shit don't work, Shawty. Can I say that, and this before he even got signed. This is what we talked about. He was like, can I say that I paid you this much for the beat so I could take a half of it, right? So I'm like, cool. I'm like, what you thinking? Because at the time, I was charging $10,000 because, you know, my first project was Drama. So Drama was hot, but Drama had got locked up. So I hadn't really got as popular. I was popular in Atlanta, but that shit had crossed over to MTV and You know, all that shit. So now I'm booming. So I was only charging $10,000 a beat. But then Raheem paid me 15, and that became my original price. Raheem paid me 15,000 for each track that I did for drama shit, and gave me 4 points. So it's like, you know, my management team, and lawyers and shit, they were like, you can't. This your start up price. And then the album went. It did what the single went gold in the album. You know what I'm saying? So like, you don't backtrack. So like, it's like damn. So I'm sitting there with these niggas. Them niggas like, these niggas talking about, well, Shawty Red ain't hot like that no more. We shouldn't have to pay him his original fee. And I was like, so I'm like, well, Jeezy ain't hot no more either. When the last time he had a hit? He ain't had a hit since me and him stop working together. So, but he still go get his shit. So I'm like, so you know, nigga, like, you can't compare yourself to Jeezy because he got liquor. I'm like, but you talking about other shit that ain't pertaining to the music. I'm like, when the last time Jeezy went platinum or gold? You know what I'm saying? And how many mixtapes y'all don't use on me? You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to pay me my fee. So my lawyer was basically on some shit like, you know, everything that they did, they gonna deduct it. So I know you want to be nice, but you gotta charge your fee. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it, the 2020 Pyrex record, I charge my actual fee $15,000 because it's supposed to be an album, right? So if you do 15,000 times 7 records, how much money is that? So my lawyer was like, don't give them no discount. Don't do none of that shit. Charge your actual fee because they gonna pull shit out of that shit from your travel arrangements, your food shit, all those shit. So use your regular fee because they can't say nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, y'all do the math, right? And then it's a mixtape. I ain't come to do a mixtape. Right. So the thing is, use your regular price. They gonna deduct. Then they come back talking about, well, you know, we told Shawty that's a mixtape. I was like, that's a motherfucking lie. And even my lawyer knew that was a lie. You feel me? So like, I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. And then that's when I snapped. And then that's when niggas started talking about, I wish Shawty the best. That's my little brother, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I still ain't been paid for that shit. Invoice been sent. All type of shit. That Scarface record was, I produced that record with D Rich. It was part of that shit for did he put the 7 songs out? You get what I'm saying? Cause it actually reported to be Recession 2. So you notice I'm not on Recession 2. But you see how fast Recession 2 came out. You see how fast, like, he promoted the me and him back. Then he put the 7 records out. Then they announced his new deal. And then I'm not on the album. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I can show you this shit. It's on my page. But everybody think I'm tripping though. Like we sat down, me and this nigga talked face to face, and I said, bro, I need publishing. Like, I fall out that you keep mixtaping me, nigga. I gotta fulfill my publishing. You a rapper. So everything he rap on, he fulfill his publishing. So when he mixtaped me, I got mad about that shit. I like, you mixtape me. Like, Last Laugh is actually TM103. So when you hear certain records that come out, you'll be like, I heard that's Last Laugh, but it say TN 103. But then they went and did, you know what I'm saying? They put the Last Laugh out, got a new situation, and did TN 103 without me being on it. But I'm the crazy one though. And the fucked up thing about it is like nigga, it's like nigga mad at a nigga because a nigga asking him about payments for his work. I can see if a nigga asking you about some shit like, nigga, hey bro, give me a handout. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Loan me some money or some shit. Now I see the whole thing was, all this shit was so old. You know, when shit's so old, you can't really take a nigga to court like that. You feel me? Like, it's a certain amount of time you could take a nigga to court. And I didn't know that. Like, I wasn't taught like that. So I didn't get to capitalize off. That's why you don't hear that many tracks, me and him, that many tracks on the album. Because when I found out that shit, the first album, and they took co-executive producer from me, you know what I'm saying? I was heated. I was like, damn. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had to learn this shit. So that's why I be telling people, like, that's why I don't be trying to even argue with producers or, you know what I'm saying? But you got so many fans that want my space because of who I produce. And it's like, nigga, I'm the coolest nigga in the world to teach you this business. You feel me? And the people that motherfucker, that's why like people sending me shit. I got a lot of people mad at me, think I was hating. And it was like, nah. I just did some meet your beats to that nigga because I already knew what it was and I didn't want to be tied to that shit. You feel me? I didn't want to submit nobody beats unless they were signed to me. If they were signed to me, then I knew I could afford to pay my producers if they didn't get paid. But I wasn't sending nobody. So, you know, I got a lot of hate from that, from producers and people. They feel a certain type of way. And it was like, nah. It was like, number one, it wasn't no sending beat process, by the way. You know, every time we did something, I made that shit from scratch. So this shit is new. So you got people that's mad at me. Like, you can ask Drummer Boy. Like, Drummer Boy used to ask me all the time, like, Shawty, play this goddamn. And Drummer Boy ain't never mentioned this shit. He like, man, play my beat for bro. Cause I always fuck with Drummer Boy. That's like my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I like, man, the nigga he don't want to hear no CDs. Like, he don't want to hear no beats. He want to. I like, that's why I'm winning. Like, I used to tell Drummer Boy all the time, like, nigga, you gonna have to play. And it was just one day I acted like I couldn't do no music, but I had Drummer Boy up there. And that's, Drummer Boy made a beat on the spot. It like that big ass MPC came out, the blue one. I don't even think Drummer Boy remember this shit. But we talked about it. I was like, shit, nigga, I'm tired. You know, so I faked like I was sick. And it was me, Drummer Boy, and Jeezy, and a couple other people. I don't remember who it was, but. And I like, nigga, plug up. I was like, plug up, nigga, make the beat. You know what I'm saying? He started making the beat. And it's weird. It's dope because, you know, Drummer Boy, my brother, like, he was the coolest motherfucking, it's the purple one, the big, yeah, because I had it and I got rid of that motherfucker. I didn't want that motherfucker. I was like, that shit was, I like, fuck that shit. But he was killing that shit. And I was like, man, I'm going to go over here and act like I'm, you know what I'm saying? And I came back. And by the time I came back, niggas already had the song. You feel me? And that's why me and Drummer Boy always stayed connected. You know what I mean? And that's why that's why I be like, man, I ain't gonna battle my brothers. Like, I don't wanna battle my brothers. You know what I'm saying? It be situations like that and people don't even understand because Drummer Boy will put you in a room with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of relationships you want. You don't want motherfuckers talking about you in a room like, well, fuck that nigga. Nah. You know, you want motherfuckers that's like, I can call that nigga right now. Like whenever I'm in the room, I'm like, nigga, shit, I can call D Rich right now. I can call Fat Boy right now. I can call motherfucking Drummer Boy right now. I can call Zaytoven right now. That's how I used to move. You know, but you don't have that shit these days. Like whoever made this shit a competition, you know, and that's why I stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to compete with nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to switch up my sound for nobody. I feel like if motherfuckers want OG trap, they know who to come fuck with. If motherfuckers want to sound like that old original shit, they know who to fuck with. Cause I'm a recorder, and that's the thing. I'm probably the only producer that record, mix, master, and help niggas make sure that shit right. You know what I'm saying? Cause my name on it. I don't just do shit for a check. So, and now I don't even do that now. Because music business so fucked up, you can't allow everybody around you and in the studio. And being what I went through already, I gotta be a whole nother nigga. But one thing about it, I ain't finna stop with the business. And that's why I love Snoop Dogg. It's like, you know these motherfuckers pay Snoop Dogg millions of dollars to give him a shout out, and this nigga talk about me down there every interview. And my own so-called brother belittle me, like make it seem like I didn't do nothing to his career. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a nigga that I ain't hanging in the streets with, but I grew up off of talking about me every interview, show me love, you know. That shit was crazy to wake up and see Snoop Dogg thank me for our record, for us beating Beyonce on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But then I got my brother over here, my so-called brother, they want to downplay me all the time, like I ain't coming up and go through the grind or help him through his shit, and he big up everybody else and make people bigger than what somebody else want to be, because he's not genuinely going with his heart. He's going with the people that's telling him keep it business. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. When you keep it business and you realize you ain't got no friends, and you realize who your real true friends is, you know what I'm saying? That shit different. And that's the real shit. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top.